Nicholas Ongom dropped out of school after completing Senior 4. Ongom grew up under the care of his aunt since 1995 when he lost his father in an accident. Ongom's aunt was unable to pay school fees for Ongom to continue after Senior 4. Ongom resorted to casual labor in Kakulie, Moroto town. It was not long before he joined idling youths whose daily routine was playing cards and drinking crude alcohol. This was until Ongom saw a poster in Moroto town inviting applications for skills for self-sustenance courses at Cooperative and Development Youth Center.
At the moment, I am self-reliant. I don't now depend on my guidance. We have gained public respect from our fellow youth, parents, and guidance.
Sylvia Lochoro was also forced to drop out of school in Senior 3 after she became pregnant. Abandoned by the man who impregnated her and ridiculed by her poor parents. Life became very hard for Lochoro, especially after giving birth, as she needed money to cater for herself and baby.
When I come to the garage, I repair someone's vehicle, they give me my 5,000. I'm able to buy soap, water for my kids, sugar, everything. And now my parent, who used to at times be harsh to me because of that, is now happy.
Ongom and Lochoro are among the over 6,700 youth, including orphans, youths, women, girls, child mothers, school dropouts, Karamojong, refugees, people living with HIV/AIDS and the extreme poor that have benefited from the Skills Development Fund over the past 4 years.
The SDF is a fund that has been put together by the Kingdom of Belgium, Irish Aid, European Union Trust Fund, and then the German Corporation. And we are doing skills development in 4 parts of this country. So we implement this skills development fund basically to facilitate joint ventures of training providers and the labor market.
The Skills Development Fund, managed by Enabel, and the Skills Development Facility, managed by the Private Sector Foundation Uganda, have enabled many vulnerable youth and women, as well as company workers, acquire employable skills.
SDF stands for enhancing competitiveness for the industry and for the Juakali who are involved in production, but also for ensuring that before a student in a vocational training institute comes out, he has been able to understand what the industry really needs. It exposes them to what the industry really needs.
Over 44,000 have benefited from the Skills Development Facility. Through competitive calls for proposals, organizations apply for funds to get skills to improve their competitiveness.
We got about the Skills Development Facility years ago from a friend who was also applying for it. He said that you guys have begun a new product line and you're using Asians to help you do some of these things, yet our guys can actually learn these things. So we thought this skills development would help us in the knowledge transfer from bigger companies or from more experienced people in this field onto our local Ugandans here.
We've increased our capacity in staff through the training, and then capacity also in our production, as unlike initially before.
We have been able to support over 500 organizations through SDF. The 500 organizations we have companies, and the companies are almost over 70 companies that have been able to benefit from SDF.
The skills training, which is co-financed by the private sector through a matching grant contribution, is aimed at stimulating partnerships between firms, industry associations, and training institutions. For example, Makerere University's Afrisa and Aqua Farm Consult are working together on better methods of hatching fish and training fish farmers and traders on value addition.
We have been able to develop the training infrastructure that we require. And we have been able to develop at least 4 ponds and fully loaded, fully equipped with the channels of taking in water, with the reservoirs, bringing the water when we want it. And we believe that will take us a long way in training people in aquaculture.
Woblenzi Vocational Development Link is another training institution counting benefits from skills development funding.
we have been capacitated to go on with the training, because as I talk now, the training ended, but we recruited more trainees to be trained in the motor vehicle mechanics and metal welding, just because of SDF.
Bansomesa okwokya welding, era wenjogera saawa zino nafuna omulimo ku institute emu, ngendayo era bansasula ng'omusomesa wa welding.
Many vulnerable youth and women have been supported under the Skills Development Fund to acquire skills that have enabled them to get jobs and to start their own businesses.
After graduation, I had now to think of myself, where to place myself. I really made some applications. I took one application to Mount Morris Hotel, Rapona Hotel. I also applied this way. Not even 2 days I was called.
I think this is the second month since he joined us. And I have seen his dedication and at work, and his attitude is positive.
After we applied, the group name of Narakapet succeeded. They came and trained us life skills and financial literacy. So after that, they took us to Soroti for exchange visit, which we went off to Achila Enterprise in Soroti there. We visited, we went off to the store. They saw us, how they manage their stores, how they stock their produce.
When I compare the previous life and this one, it has improved. The reason being, those days I could just be like that, idle. But now, I'm able even to order for something. If I say, I want also to rent I want to rent this well-constructed house, I can also rent. And I want to buy this, a new clothes, I can also buy.
We have already started on establishing the TVET Council, and one of the functions will be to manage the Skills Development Fund for the whole country. And to me, I say that's the best and greatest future that we have for our country.